Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to a new video of Cambridge IELTS test. This is the video about the Cambridge IELTS Listening Maps. In this video, I am going to tell you that how you can label the IELTS Listening Maps. So let's start our today's video. Whenever in IELTS Listening test, the map will come in your test, you have to label the directions of the map. The right side of the map is east, the left side of the map is west, the upper part of your map is north, and the lower or bottom side of your map is south. In some maps, the directions are already given, so if you have to label the directions, the labeling of directions is not difficult. Secondly, in the allotted 30 seconds, you have to look at very carefully all those areas in your maps which are already given. In some maps, the questions are also given, so there is no need to read the questions in the allotted 30 seconds. You have to focus all those areas which are already given in your map. When the audio will start, you have to follow the audio and you have to look at very carefully on your map, and the index finger of your left hand must be on the questions. In this way, you can very easily label your map. In some maps, the address is also given. So in all those maps, you have to follow the audio because the audio will start from the address. You have to learn the synonyms and paraphrases as well, because without the synonyms and paraphrases, it is not possible to label the maps. So try to get full grip on synonyms and paraphrases. In this way, you will very easily label the IELTS listening maps. So let's start our today's test. If you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for the upcoming notifications of videos.
This is the map from Cambridge IELTS Book 8 Listening Test 4, and it is the map of an area called Red Hill where there is a need of some improvements. And the title of the map is Red Hill Improvement Plan. First of all, if we look at very carefully, we can see that there is Days Road. On the right side of the Days Road, there is a supermarket. At the back of the supermarket, there is Alvin Street. On the left side of the Days Road, there is Thomas Street. Next to the Thomas Street, there is Kirby Street, and of course, there is Hill Street too. There are also alphabets like C, B, A, G, H, D, F, and E. We have to label these while listening to the audio, and then there are questions. Question number 14, trees. Question number 15, wider footpaths. Question number 16, colored road surface. Question number 17, new sign. Question number 18, traffic lights. Question number 19, artwork. And question number 20, children's playground. We have to find all these. Where are all these into the map? Of course, we have to know the directions as well. The right side of the map is east, the left side of the map is west, the upper side of the map is north, and bottom side of map is south. Let's start. First, we have to find the answer of question number 14, trees. That where are the trees in the map? Let's listen to the audio.
We've also put together a map which we sent out to all the residents in the area. And on the map, we've marked the proposed changes. Firstly, we'll plant mature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road.
So in the audio, firstly, we have to plant premature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road. So we can say that the pine trees are to the right side of the supermarket, and second hint is that supermarket is in Days Road. And on the map, we can see that this area C is the right of the supermarket, and supermarket is also on Days Road. So we can say that C is the trees, and we can write C in front of question number 14. Listen to the audio again.
We've also put together a map which we sent out to all the residents in the area. And on the map, we've marked the proposed changes. Firstly, we'll plant mature pine trees to provide shelter and shade just to the right of the supermarket in Days Road.
Question number 15, wider footpaths. Listen to the audio.
In order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. This will help to reduce the speed of vehicles entering Thomas Street.
So we have listened to that in order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of the Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. Pavement means footpaths, and pavements between Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. So we can see that between Carberry Street and Thomas Street there is a option D. So we can say that D is the wider footpaths. So we can write D in front of question number 15. Listen to the audio again.
In order to address the traffic problems, the pavements on the corner of Carberry and Thomas Street will be widened. This will help to reduce the speed of vehicles entering Thomas Street.
Next is the question number 16, colored road surface. Listen to the audio.
We think it's very important to separate the local residential streets from the main road. So, the roadway at the entrance to Thomas Street from Days Road will be painted red. This should mark it more clearly and act as a signal for traffic to slow down.
So in the audio, we have listened to that the roadway at the entering to Thomas Street from Days Road will be painted red. It means that the roadway to the entering to Thomas Street that will enter to Days Road will be colored, and that color will be red. And on the map, the road from Thomas Street that will enter to Days Road is option G. So we can say that G is the colored road surface. So we can write G in front of question number 16. Listen to the audio again.
We think it's very important to separate the local residential streets from the main road. So, the roadway at the entrance to Thomas Street from Days Road will be painted red. This should mark it more clearly and act as a signal for traffic to slow down.
Next is the question number 17, new sign. Let's find where will be the new sign. Listen to the audio.
One way of making sure that the pedestrians are safe is to increase signage at the intersections. A Keep Clear sign will be erected at the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street to enable traffic to exit at all times.
So in the audio, we have listened to that one way to make that pedestrians safe to increase the signs at the intersections. We keep clear sign erected at the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street to enable the traffic to exit all times. So we can say that the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street is option B. So we can say that B is the new sign. So we can write B in front of question number 17. Listen to the audio again.
One way of making sure that the pedestrians are safe is to increase signage at the intersections. A Keep Clear sign will be erected at the junction of Evelyn Street and Hill Street to enable traffic to exit at all times.
Next is question number 18, traffic lights. So let's see where will be the traffic lights. Listen to the audio.
Something we're planning to do to help control the flow of traffic in the area is to install traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road.
So in the audio, we have listened to something we are planning to control the flow of traffic in the area is to install the traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road. Halfway down Hill Street is the option F, and at this point Hill Street also crosses the Days Road. So F is the traffic lights. So we can write F in front of question number 18. Let's listen to the audio again.
Something we're planning to do to help control the flow of traffic in the area is to install traffic lights halfway down Hill Street where it crosses Days Road.
Next is question number 19, artwork. Listen to the audio.
Now, we haven't only thought about the cars and traffic, of course. There's also something for the children. We're going to get school children in the area to research a local story, the life of a local sports hero, perhaps. And an artist will incorporate that story into paintings on the wall of a building on the other side of Hill Street from the supermarket.
So in the audio, we have listened to and an artist incorporate that story into the paintings on the wall of the building on the other side of Hill Street from the supermarket. So on the map, we can see that on the side of the Hill Street, there is a building and it is also opposite to supermarket. That is option A. So A is the artwork. So we can write A in front of question number 19. Listen to the audio again.
Now, we haven't only thought about the cars and traffic, of course. There's also something for the children. We're going to get school children in the area to research a local story, the life of a local sports hero perhaps. And an artist will incorporate that story into paintings on the wall of a building on the other side of Hill Street from the supermarket.
Last question, question number 20. Children's playground. Listen to the audio.
And finally, we've agreed to build a new children's playground, which will be at the other end of Hill Street, close to the intersection with Carberry Street. Wonderful.
So in the audio we have listened to, and finally we have agreed to build our new children's playground, which will be at the other end of Hill Street, close to intersection with Carberry Street. So we can say that option E is at the other end of the Hill Street, and it is also close to intersection with Carberry Street. So E is the children's playground. So we can write E in front of question number 20. Listen to the audio again.
And finally, we've agreed to build a new children's playground, which will be at the other end of Hill Street, close to the intersection with Carberry Street. Wonderful.